this is Brianna, and this is my life on paper. So this is day 5 that I am participating in for Christy with Christy's Beautiful Life. She is doing a series of 30 days of sketches. This series is the best of the 30 days of sketches. And this is another sketch by Susan Stringfellow that you saw at the beginning. This time I did not jump ahead and I didn't trim my photos yet. I didn't do anything with my papers. So I thought I would trim my photos. It calls for three 3x4. So I have a couple here. I'm not going to be using this one. I actually thought that I might be able to cut some of these out. We'll see. This is a trip that we took, Florida, and I'm going to cover these people's faces up a little bit because I don't have permission to share their faces. One of them is my husband. You'll see him later. But a trip we took to Florida. We were in the grocery store and there is all Wisconsin cheese, and we are from Wisconsin. We live in Wisconsin. So I thought that was pretty cool. So I'm going to cut these down. I'll get my trimmer out. And just keeping the important parts. Talking about Wisconsin. Reading this about, it says mozzarella cheese. I think that's okay that we can get rid of that piece. And then we just want to make it a little bit skinnier. Probably take a little bit off on each end. Oh, and I'm totally off frame. I apologize for that. Still getting used to this. I'm going to take a little bit off of there. We've got one 3x4. And then we will do, I thought I only really need part of this because it does talk about the Wisconsin cheese over here and you don't get any of that over there. So I was just going to take over till about here. Try not to get off screen again. Come around this way, make sure it's 3, looks good. And then our last photo, I'll just hold it over here. We're gonna keep the people on, trim the cheese down a little bit. We can take the ceiling off. There we go on that. Next, I'll show you the pictures. I'm sorry, the papers. We'll put the pictures aside. So these are tablet of paper that I had, a paper pad, and they're Vicky Bouton. So the other day we had a sketch where there's a triangles. So we have another sketch with triangles. I'm going to try to use this on on the one part, and then some of the others on the other part. We'll see how that works. I thought I would use this to give it a little bit of texture with my background. And then there are 2 matted parts on the top. I thought I would start with that for my photos. Use that you're not going to see a lot of. And this part, I might cut out some circles and use those instead of the tags. I'm going to use this in here. Oh, and then I'll have a strip of paper on the bottom, which might be this red piece on the bottom. So I'll go and trim those. But I wanted to mention again, I hope you're not sick of me saying this, but I'm playing along with Bash Your Scrapbook Stash. So 2022 year of the scrapbook stash. Trying not to buy anything new. These are from my stash. We made up a bingo sheet out of things that they offered. So far I've got Distressed Oxide, 3 photo layout, 3 punches, and then this one I'm going to do circles. So I will link Bash Your Scrapbook Stash below. It is closed as far as earning prizes for the game, but you can still play along and use your stash. So with that, I'm going to cut my papers, get my pictures on there, and I'll come right back. Welcome back. So I'm pretty pleased with this. I really like the way it turned out. Couple things. I counted more paper than, or I had more paper out here than what I needed. So I didn't end up using that black piece. And that turned out just fine. So here is the triangle. I'm going to cut that down so that you can see how that goes, that I used on this side of the paper. It worked out really well. This was the little piece of paper, or little triangle that I cut out from that piece of paper. And then, oh, so that one piece of, the one picture that I used Creative Memories circle punch, and I punched them right out of there. Normally, and I don't know that I've ever done something like that, but they looked like cute little embellishments. So I'm going to take my Tombow liquid glue and just glue those little pieces on there. This one you can see had a little chunk taken out of it because they were too close together, but this one's going to go right on top of there. So I did fulfill my other challenge of doing the circles for my Basho bingo card. This one doesn't look perfect, but because it's going to go underneath, it doesn't have to look perfect. I'll glue this one down as well over the top here. You can see Wisconsin there. I did make a title with my Cricut. First I was gonna do cheese, and this is the way it turned out. My paper actually wasn't long enough on the bottom, and I didn't like the way it was so skinny. So when I was looking at the different titles on Cricut, one said say cheese, and that made so much sense. And then I remembered I had this little thing, but that didn't look right there. So I went into Cricut, made one of the pre-made things that says say cheese, cut that out with the yellow paper, and there you go. Like I said, I am going to trim this piece off just so that you can see how this is done, and I'm going to try my best to stay on camera here, except for I'm going to flip it the other way. Just going to lay that so that it's straight. Pull it down good. Everything's glued already. Take that off. Take that piece off. And then put that back down there where you can see it. So the only thing left to do is journaling. My husband does most, if not all, of our journaling. He has a better memory than myself, and I think the other thing is that I'm afraid I'm going to say the wrong thing, or if I'm not going to remember it correctly, or I don't have the right words, where he doesn't have a problem with that. So he just writes it as he wants. So I could totally see him writing along here, or we could do some other kind of embellishment and write on there as well. Please like this, give it a thumbs up if you like this video. Please subscribe if you haven't, if you like my videos. I will be seeing you soon. I'm very excited to be doing this. I don't think this page would have ever, I know I would have never done something like this with the triangles had it not been for Christy and her sketches. So I'm very excited the way this turned out. I used the, excuse me, the Vicky Bouton paper that I have a lot of, which I love. And I just think the colors went well with this, and excited for my Wisconsin cheese page. So you have a great day, and I'll see you soon.